The story is called Follow Your Heart by Thomas Wright. There are so many walks of life that have touched earth, have cried on her, have bled on her, have loved her, have waged war on her soil over many thousands of years. But I can tell you with certainty that earth is only for all who breathe the first stop of a long and unpredictable journey. And the best advice I can give all who must take the journey from this life to the next is you must follow your heart. Hold to your faith, stay strong, and do not give in to weakness. Fear and weakness are the weapons of he who is a deceiver who will be present on your journey. Do not let these words be lost on deaf ears. Keep them fresh in your mind all through your journey. Trust me, your passing is nothing like you think. They say when you die, there's a tunnel with a light at the end of it, but very few have made it to the light and know what's there. I can tell you what's there. There is a road, and on that road, there are many travelers lost looking for a guide to show them where the gate is. Who is at the gate? A small group of travelers ask me. How long? Be patient, I tell them. Time does not matter here, but I assure you all, I know the way. There is Peter, who is at the gate, and he holds the keys. Do not get discouraged by the long road ahead of us, or leave the road on an unbeaten path. You must stay on the road. Why, they ask? Why we have to stay on the road? Because, I tell you, beyond the road is not your resting place. Have faith, I tell them, in me and on the road. Well, will we all get to go through? I am not the one at the gate, nor do I have the keys, and I do not possess the book. One of the travelers, who seemed to be of middle age, asked me with a snug sense, well, is it your job to take us through the gate? No, it is not, I tell the man. I am only doing what is in my heart. Whatever that means, says the man. It means what it means, I told the man. You have free will here, just like you did in the life you passed. I'm not here to convince you all, so with that being said, all you can do is follow your hearts. Now, are you all ready? We must get on with it. I got yeses from all the travelers. While walking, I was thinking this was a decent group, because I've had, let's say, quite a few rough groups, and those groups, I'm sorry to say, don't make it. Hey, mister, a man asked me, do you have a name? Yes, I told the man, my name is Thomas. Well, Thomas, my name is Lloyd. Well, Lloyd, I'm glad you're here with this group. Now, don't stray off. Everybody stay together now. I spoke to all in the group. Listen, you will see on this journey many fantastic things and wonders. But let me also tell you, you will also see some very frightening things. Do not focus on any of them. Why, Thomas? Well, I told them, the beautiful things, the fantastic things will touch your heart. But I will also tell you, the very frightening things will scare the love out of you. Both can make you stray from the road. So everyone, what I tell you is true. You must follow your hearts, and me, of course. Well, there was two women in the group who giggled at that and said, we will follow you, Thomas, lead the way. I winked at them and said, I shall do just that. One of the women asked me, will you go through the gate with us? I don't know, I told the woman. Well, what do you mean, the woman asked. What is your name, I asked her. My name is Mary Lou. Well, Mary Lou, come walk up front of the group with me. Okay, she said. I looked at the rest of the group. They were not paying attention to me and Mary Lou. They were too busy looking around. I told Mary Lou in a hushed voice, everyone may go through the gate, but some people may not, Mary Lou. Do not think about this or worry. You're here for a reason. Follow your heart. Do not tremble or have fear. There are beasts out here. Do not fear them. They feed off fear and despair and chaos. So please do not cause panic among the travelers. I will not, said Mary Lou. Thank you, I told her. Thomas, I believe you. You do now, I told her. And she said, yeah, well, with my heart, of course. That's all you need on this journey, I told her. There was a man at the back of the group. I saw him making his way to the front where me and Mary Lou were. Thomas, yes? My name is Carlos. I just wanted to introduce myself. Well, nice to meet you, Carlos. Hey, this place is a trip. Is this heaven? I'm very patient with the travelers. I find myself explaining on my many road trips to the gate. Carlos, the answer to you is no, this is not heaven. Well, is this hell then? Carlos, the only way I can explain this to you, this is between where you were and where you are going. Do not trouble your mind with these questions. Focus on staying on the road. Okay, Carlos said. Fair enough. I trust your word, Thomas. I may need your help when the time comes. Well, if the time comes, says Carlos, you got my help. Thank you, I told Carlos. But one last thing, Carlos. Yes, Thomas? You must be brave when the others are weak with fear. Fear is contagious. If you do not break weak with fear, Carlos, then nothing here can harm you. Best believe it. Is the gate far? Carlos asked. Well, my boy, it's not close. Just stay focused on the road, I told him. While walking, we were going through an acre of beautiful meadows, many exotic flowers, acres of green mixed with acres of blue, yellow, pink sunflowers, roses of every color that you can think of. As we walked along on our journey, Further down and to our left of us was a huge boulder the size of a small house, way out in the field of just green grass, the length of a wooden match. And on that boulder was a man in an all-white robe with a white hood. We could not see his face because the distance was too great, but we could hear him singing loud as day. It was very vivid for the travelers. The singing brought tears to their eyes. "You guys keep moving along," I told them. The travelers kept stopping. "This is exactly what I was talking about, people. Try and pay it no mind." "How could we not?" said some of the women. "I know, just try your best. Don't let any of the seeds of what you see and hear be planted in your hearts," I told them. "Carlos, would you mind staying towards the back of the group and help me to move them along if you see them stop?" "Sure, Thomas," Carlos told me. "Thank you," I told him. I dreaded moments like these because in these moments, he who is the deceiver would try his hand at turning these people around nice and early in our journey. It has taken great discipline and fortitude of the mind and spirit to complete these journeys to the gate and back. After walking for some time, and there is really no way of judging time, because there is no sun in which to judge it, because it could be twilight or complete darkness or very bright altogether, the best way in which to describe this place without time is it goes from moment to periods and landscape to landscapes with an all-changing terrain and what men and women in the flesh and the lives we passed only see in their dreams. There is also many regions with varying population, some in great magnitude. Some of these regions are highly advanced and some are very primitive, as this group of travelers would soon find out. After some great period of walking, me and the travelers began to arrive in what I call the jungle region. I knew we would be paid a visit soon enough by the jaguar. "Everyone listen up, this is a very dangerous area with a very powerful inhibitors. Try with all your might, and try not to be fearful." All right, I'm going to stop right there and we'll get to some later. All right, have a good day.